Welcome to the Everything Everywhere Travel Writer Podcast. Join award-winning freelance journalist Joan Matsui. Each week, you'll hear guests from all walks of life share their travel stories, tips, and advice on a variety of travel-related topics. Thanks for spending time with us today, and now it's time to dive into our interview.
My first guest in this series is a digital marketing icon who's known nationally and internationally as a marketer, blogger, author, and entrepreneur. He is co-founder of Crazy Egg, Hello Bar, and Kissmetrics, and he works with companies like Amazon, NBC, GM, HP, and Viacom to help grow their businesses. Millions of listeners tune into Marketing School every day to hear my guest and his co-host teach digital marketing. Neil Patel is my first guest in this series, and I am so grateful you could be here today, Neil. Welcome.
Life in California is great, and again, thank you for having me, first of all. Life in California is great. It's nice and sunny, and in general, when you look at California, there's not much rain. It doesn't get too hot, it doesn't get too cold. It's a nice place to be. Work is always a part of my life, and even when I am relaxing, I still work, because if I don't work, I am not able to relax. I need to get like a bare minimum amount of work done each day. I do set time aside to spend with the family and travel. Not really much so vacations, but a lot of times I'll have to go to countries like Indonesia and random places like that, or places in Europe like Germany or London, Paris or France, right? So when I was younger, we didn't really travel much. My parents didn't have a ton of money or anything like that. So travel wasn't really part of the life when I was a child, or even when I was a teen. Travel's affected my life in a good way, in which it's opened me up to new cultures, new experiences. I've learned a lot just from traveling about the world and how different things work. I like New York City, although that's just in the United States. I like going back to India. I'm Indian of descent, so that helps. I love going back to the UK. France is amazing. If I had to pick one, though, I would probably say Oslo or Italy. Those would be my top two if I had to pick. I went to Brazil, and I just saw, it really opened my eyes up, in which I'm like, wow, in business, I really focus on the U.S. market, but there's so many people in all over the world. There's so much opportunities. I should start doing more than just outside the U.S. And it wasn't, going to Brazil didn't make me think I need to only do this in Brazil. It just opened up my eyes, and I don't know why on that trip. It could be because there's people from different parts of the world, but it made me realize that I need to start doing more overseas. I've been to all these countries. Why not start working with a lot of the companies there, or the people there, because there's just so much talented people and so much to learn from different countries. Brazil, there's a few things that I ended up seeing. First off, there's this place called Ouro Preto. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's like a city of gold and churches and stuff like that. So saw that. There's also this farming community with a lot of artwork. So it's like artsy, but also like a big farming town. And they had a lot of museums and stuff within that farming town. It was pretty close to Belo. And those are the main two things I saw during my first trip. If you're going to travel, just be open-minded and try to experience things as the locals would. And I think that's a really good perspective. And a lot of people they're very close-minded or stuck in their ways when they're traveling. Just be open to new experiences, and you really get to understand the culture and the community much more if you do that. For Italy, culture is amazing there, but my favorite part about it was walking around. And if you're going to travel, experience things as a local. If you do, you'll get a better understanding of the culture versus just only the touristy type of stuff.
Please visit joanmatsuitravelwriter.com, where you can subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode. While you're there, check out the travel writing courses, membership support platform, and private coaching services to help you learn travel writing. If you found value in this show, we would appreciate a rating on iTunes, and don't forget to tell a friend. This show is produced and edited at Keystone College by Ryan Evans. A full transcript of this podcast will be available on our website.